You are running out of time if you are coming to Qatar 2022 FIFA World Cup with the alternative option of living with family and friends, and you have not confirmed your accommodation and stuff yet, because the days are limited. You have few days to do that. In my previous video, I did about that, but there was a mistake. There was a misinformation out there where I said you have to do your verification. Meanwhile, it's supposed to be the host who should do the verification. So that calls for this video, and also to tell you about the deadline which you need to meet. In this video, that's basically what we are going to talk about. So stay tuned. Yes, you are welcome back to Kamaslight TV. If you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, kindly do, because this is where you are going to get all the FIFA 2022 updates and everything. Back to the subject. On the 27th of October, the Supreme Committee for Legacy published that there is a grace period for alternative people who are coming to Qatar. What do I mean by alternative? There are two types of permits for international fans to come to Qatar. One is booking through Qatar Accommodation Agency. Yeah, Qatar Accommodation Agency. That's one where you get to book hotel, Airbnb, cruise ship, the tent on the desert, canopies and all that, the farm villages and everything like that. Another option is where we call the alternative. That is where you are coming to live with either your family here or a friend you've talked to online, and the person is willing to accommodate you. That's the alternative. So today we are talking about the alternative, which has a deadline. Yes, it has a deadline. Supreme Committee published that the deadline for these people who are coming to live with family and friends is 1st October. So if you've not confirmed, or if your host has not confirmed that you are coming to live with them before 1st of November, your chances of coming to Qatar is going to be somehow, because you would have to book through the Qatar Accommodation Agency, which is very expensive. You already know. This is not the time to talk about it. We've talked about this severally, and it's very expensive to book a hotel, Airbnb, or any of these. You should be seeing $200 and something a night. You want to avoid that, then you need to confirm your accommodation now. You need to talk to your host to confirm the accommodation now. Because as part of the Hayya approval procedure, all international fans must confirm their accommodation before they will be allowed to travel. Otherwise, you travel and get to Qatar, and then you will be returned back to your country because you've not confirmed your procedure. And how do you do this? How you do this is you tell your host, the person who is going to host you. Yes, let me say it in a way that even a layman will understand. You are the guest, the person who will host you. You have to inform them to register their accommodation on the Hayya Card portal. Yeah, they will go there and register their accommodation. When they go there, in my previous video, I showed that. I even showed a screen recording of it, where they will go to alternative category. When you go to accommodation, you go to alternative category option, where they'll have to fill in their accommodation, where the accommodation is, the zone, the street name, the accommodation number, building number, their own Qatar ID. They'll put that in the system. This is necessary for Qatar to get this information, do their background check, do verification, and be sure if this person truly is living here. Because as part of the things they'll be asking you on the portal, it includes your property agreement, if you've really rented from the owner, because they are going to convert. This is easy for them to do. They have all this in their system already. They just want to cross-check to know if you are not giving any dubious document or anything to come to the country and just be hovering around. Mind you, they know the system. They know every building. They know. I don't want to talk about this because, yeah, they know already. So they just want the person, your host, to put this in the system for them to do their background checks and be sure if this person is actually living in the accommodation, or he's not just giving you any building number, anything. Because if you are actually contacting somebody here to help you come to Qatar, and the person is not, confirming to you, is not giving you assurance, just know that maybe that person, where he is living, he cannot give you accommodation. Because in this country, like I said, most people are living in accommodations where they cannot host you. most are living in company accommodation. And if you are living in company accommodation, you cannot host somebody. Yes, because your company will not allow you to host somebody. So a lot of people will turn you down. It doesn't mean they are bad or they are how do I say, they are mean. They are not mean. It's either they are living in company accommodation, or the kind of accommodation they are living in doesn't permit them, or maybe it's very small. Some people are living in bed spaces, some people are living in partition buildings where it's very small. And if Qatar doing their background check, see the contract, because they are going to ask for certificate, or how do they even call it? I've forgotten, but you will provide a document that shows that you are living here and this is the type of room you are living in. So they will check. And if they know you are living in a bed space, the person you want to come to Qatar to live with you, where is the person going to sleep? Meaning the person will come in your name or under your name, but still be hovering about, not getting a place to sleep. And Qatar is trying to avoid all this. That's why they want to do this checks and everything before they approve of this. Now, how do you do this? The host must go on the Hayya Card application portal and click on accommodation. Go to alternative. The alternative is what we are talking about. Alternative is coming to live with somebody over here, either a friend or a family, whichever way. That's the alternative. And on there, what you basically do is you key in your Qatar ID, the street name, building number, zone, the area. If you are living in Doha, you write Doha. If you are living in Al-Khor, like I'm living in Al-Khor now, I put Al-Khor. If you are living in Masaid, you put all those details over there. Then after that, you go and click whether the accommodation or the building is yours, it's your property, which I know majority, unless of course Qataris, or there's a Qatari who is inviting you or trying to give you accommodation. Yeah, they own their buildings, but 99% of expatriates here don't own any building. So yeah, I know. So but you have to key in over there. It's an option over there. You have to key in that, okay, I'm renting, it's not my property. So after the property has been added to the portal, after it has been added to the portal, they are doing their check. Then they'll ask you of the guest details. Now, this is where the guests come in. They are going to ask you. You are coming to host somebody. You should know a little about the person. And this is nothing difficult because you can talk over the phone. He will give you his details. What are the? It's just basic details: the name, nationality, where you are coming from, how long you are coming to stay. These are the basic things they'll ask you. After all this, even passport, they'll ask for passport number and all those things. After that, the host will receive an email confirming that the steps have been completed. Yes. So the email will come to confirm that, yes, he has completed the steps. So now it's up to them to put 2 and 2 together and know what to do. After they are putting the 2 and 2 together, after a while, a follow-up email is going to pop up again to either approve or disapprove, if that's the word, to approve of the guests coming. If they put 2 and 2, then okay, you are living here, okay, your place is enough to accommodate somebody, and the details of the guests you also put in fit properly, it's genuine, there is nothing malicious or whatever about it, then they approve it. After that, then the guest is going to travel with the details on the Hayya Card portal, which with all the details he filled on the portal, that's going to be his visa or entry permit into the country. Yes, that is it. That's how simple it is. So if the person you are coming to live with hasn't confirmed you yet, by 1st of November, it's going to be waste. You have to book expensive accommodation. I believe from that time going, it's even going to be more expensive. So please, I'm just giving you this information that if you are trying to come to Qatar with the alternative accommodation section on the Hayya Card, this is the time. You have few days to do that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel whilst I bring you all the latest updates on the FIFA 2022 World Cup. This is Kamaslide TV, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Much love.